Hello everybody, how's it going? Superfiend here, and we are back with Whacky World in Planet Coaster. This is going to be another design episode. We're going to build the entrance and exit pathways for the monorail station. The other thing we're going to focus on doing this episode is making sure that we get that research complete in order to unlock the monorail. So we're mostly going to be building and just keeping an eye on research. Sorry if that's not your cup of tea, but I debated, how much do I want to show between management and building scenery, and I kind of want to show it all and keep the episodes, either the episodes mostly dedicated to design or mostly dedicated to a specific ride or management. That way, if a certain aspect of Planet Coaster doesn't appeal to you, you can just skip the episode. And so basically this episode is just research and building a monorail area right over here. First thing I want to do is I want to extend this so that it is 5 wide. And then that way we can take sections right out of the middle here, and we can probably put some nice little planters or some sort of I don't know, little designs, little statues or something in there. And then the monorail area is going to start flush with this curb right there. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to select this building and go into edit mode. We're going to limit ourselves to the panel pieces. We're going to keep using those. And I'm going to use the 1 meter piece. And we're just going to extend, probably easier this way, just extend straight off of our existing park entrance building. And I'm just going to line everything up nice and even. Having done that, I'm going to select all of these and break them off from that building so that they can become their own building. And while we're at it, why don't we just name this building the main entrance. And we'll just call this the main rail building. We'll probably go back in and color these slightly different later. For right now, I just want to get everything built kind of quickly. So here we go. We're going to duplicate. And what I'm thinking for the design here is it's going to be kind of like a tiered pathway moving up to, I'm thinking, about 6 meters tall, and that's where the monorail exit and entrance queue will be. And another piece we need is a flat roof piece. This time, instead of stacking 2 on top of each other, I'm just going to keep it the same height as if it were stacked right on these 1 meter pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and do a select grid to get this piece. And we're just going to go right down the line. Okay. And we'll go back into edit mode on this building. Going to duplicate those, duplicate it again, and stack them up until they're right on top of each other. And do the same thing here. Go back to the pathway, select grid. Okay. And then I want to fill in the back area here. Let's see, is it going to look better on the inside? I think it'll look better on the inside. We'll do 2 of them. Again, using the duplicate feature. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and duplicate them over here and duplicate just 1 more. And we can get rid of these 2 panel roof pieces. Actually, I'm going to keep 1. We'll probably need it for reference. And let's see. Going from there, I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to oops, didn't do that the way I wanted. I'm going to remove just that 1 piece, duplicate it, stack it. So this is now 2 meters high, Duplicate it again, and it will be 4 meters high. One more time, 6 meters high. So I want the monorail station to sit flush with this. And I already experimented with this a little bit in a sandbox park. And if we take these pieces here and we change the grid size to 4, or I'm sorry, to 2, and we set them right here, and just leave a little 2-meter gap between this pathway and here. And then we're going to get this roof tile, duplicate it, duplicate that one, and get rid of that one. Go back to paths, and we're going to select grid again. And just extend that out. And let's see here. Let's go back to our building. And we're going to duplicate these across, like so. And now I'm pretty sure we can get rid of that. We're not going to be needing that anymore. Now it wants to stay in there, so we'll do select grid. There we go. And well, this may change, so I'm not going to do anything more with that just yet. And we'll get rid of this. Now we can go back to paths, and we're just going to extend all these up. Oops, didn't milk this one long enough. Let's see. There we go. And it's going to line up nicely with the main entrance as you come in, and also these little areas too. And later on, we'll probably fill in, these are going to be kind of planners. Put some lighting and some other stuff there, and maybe some colorful shapes in the spirit of the name of the park, Whacky World. And now we will just want to connect these up here. So if we go to a pathway and a 4-meter path, now down here on the bottom, it doesn't seem to want to snap very well, but if we do it on these elevated ones, it snaps perfectly. We'll just work our way down and fill this in. We're going to skip the middle. And it looks like we forgot to put one of these little planter things right there. And going back to the paths. And this is why we left that little 2-meter gap here. Just from testing with the game and experimenting, by going up a height of 4, we got this nice staircase evenly fit in here just by leaving an extra space. So, let's see, we're going to fill them in here. And now we're going to change to 8 meters. Now this one does not want to snap. That's where it wants to snap there. Gonna go ahead and undo that. We'll go back to 8, and we'll just work from right in here. You kind of gonna have to eyeball this. It's pretty even. Let's go back to the building. So I am going to duplicate this just for the purpose of getting this middle section in the correct spot. So right about there. There we go. Whoa, crazy camera. All right. Yeah, I'm going to ignore these for right now. Now, the other thing I want to do is, the way I'm envisioning this is going to work, in my head, I thought maybe one side would be the entrance, the other side would be the exit. But a lot of the times when you get your park big, when people are exiting the monorail at the main entrance or the monorail closest to the main entrance, they typically want to go home. So it makes sense to have the exit of the monorail heading back down towards the entrance. But at the same time, people coming into the park, you want them to kind of just hop straight on the monorail if that's what they want to do, without having to go around other pathways. So in the end, I decided that the monorail station exit and entrance is going to go ahead and be on this side here. So the way we're going to do that, we're going to build the entrance queue, I'm going to go ahead and just use the black Q path, 4 meters wide, and just extend it out too. I'm going to do a little zigzag. Except this time, got to hold control for that one. And then now we're just going to go straight off this way. And what we should be able to do is make the monorail exit go through this little area right here. And let's see, we're just going to keep using the flagstone. I want to set this to 4 meters wide. Now, in playing around with this, the easiest way to do this turned out to be to extend it out this way. Whoops. And let's see. Right there's pretty close to the middle. And then from here, oops, we want it on this side. Okay. This is where it got a little finicky. There we go. Okay. So when we build the monorail station, maybe I'll bring these back just a little bit. But the monorail exit will be right here. The entrance will be right here next to each other. You get the queue going here. And we're going to have this nice little pathway, kind of plaza leading up to it. And then I hope that, this is the one thing I'm really not certain of, I hope that 6 meters is tall enough to give the people plenty of clearance to walk under the monorail track. I know that the game dimensions from comments on Reddit and Planet Coaster forums are a little bit off, but I would think 6 meters high is tall enough for the people to walk under. That's 18 feet. So let's check the research really quick. We got our balloon shop, and still waiting on these. They are the max they can be each month. Let's go ahead and research the other gift shop at the maximum amount. And let's see what we can do about coloring these in just a little bit. And I don't know if this is going to change. I'm just going to leave these hanging off that way for now. Maybe that will be redesigned later. But let's go ahead and see how we're going to do this. First, oops, edit building. First, let's go ahead and select most of these and just start changing some colors. I'm going to go ahead and do yellow. Now, I think yellow and blue is a really nice combination, but I won't be using it because then our park would just look like an IKEA store. So I think we're going to do yellow and red. Let's see if I can get all these. Okay, and I'm going to unselect the top ones. Go ahead and make these ones red. Let's see. We want like a pure red or a slightly darker or browner red. I think this is a nice red. And then we're going to go ahead and select these pieces. And we'll reuse our yellow. And then we'll select these ones. And we're going to use black. You thought I was going to use red, didn't you? So there we go. Nice colorful entrance. And what are we going to do? Oh, we got some research. Let's stay on top of that because I do want to get the monorail unlocked. Get the Connie Express. The auto ride. Let's see. Not quite sure what this one is going to be. And what else? Maybe we'll do a roller coaster. Let's do a thrill ride. And that's 1500. Okay. So now, I wonder if there are any triangle pieces that would fit in here nicely. How are we gonna cover those up? Let's see. Go over here to the walls, and we're looking for probably 4-meter slope. Okay, so we need to change the grid side to get grid size. Get this to fit in here nicely, and that's a little bit too much of a slope. What happens if we use this high curve? What will this look like? Let's see. And then what would we put underneath this? Oh, that almost works perfect. Except then it pokes out up there. Okay, so what if we move this? Oh, good grief. Okay. Let's try it down like that. Okay, this is going to be a little tricky. I don't think that's working. Let's try... Well, let's keep this... is that the 4-meter? What piece is that? Let's try the 2-meter. And see how well this matches up with the stairs. Okay, so none of these are really going to line up nicely with the stairs, I think, because of what I've done. So let's see, how will we fix this? Well, I could put that underneath it. Oops. That's easy enough to do that. And what would we put here? Cover a silly little 2-meter gap. What happens if we change the grid size back to 4? Okay, now it wants to... let's select grid. Let's use the grid for these ones. Where is that curved piece again? There it is. Okay, that could work. What about one of these? What's this look like? That's also okay, and this one probably more closely lines up with the steps. No. And what about this? Yeah, I don't like that at all. Okay. And that's probably not going to do well. All right. For now, we're going to use the curve. Let's see if we can get it to... Okay, that'll work for now. And then we just need, what, a 2-meter wall section, I think, underneath it. There we go, 2 meters. Two meters there, and we'll do 4. There we go. And we'll do, let's see, this is 2 meters high. So we really want, I think, 2 meter and then 1 meter on the inside. And where's our 1 meter piece? Okay. And then up top here, we need to use the grid from this piece. Go back and get another 1 meter piece. Okay. And let's see, we'll use these now, and we'll go with, let's see, that was 2 meter, 1 meter. Let's do the same thing. 2 meter and 2 meter and 1 meter, 1 meter. And how are we going to close this end off? I wish it would keep whatever piece you had selected when you select a new grid with a new piece. That would be handy. Okay, we want that curved one again. Building there like that. And what is this, a 4 meter? Let's see, 4 meter. And that looks okay. Let's see. What happens if we raise this one up just a little bit? We need, let's see, which grid piece? This grid piece. Let's change the grid height. Oh, that's okay. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. There, let's see, what's that look like? I don't know if this is built the best way to build it. It's getting a little clunky now. Okay, let's go ahead and select this grid piece, and we'll get a 4 meter. And we'll just leave that like that. I think that'll work. And let's see, we need to build a little wall in the back there. So let's get our 4 meter piece. I'll just sink that down. I don't think we need to go all the way down because I'm probably going to put a floor in here. Yeah, probably going to put a floor in here. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's see. Let's go ahead and delete all of these. We'll just duplicate this across. And let's take a quick break and look at our research. And let's go ahead and get another family ride. Let's see, magical moments, 1500. And go back into edit mode on this building. And actually, okay, let's take all of this. Whoops. Not the red and the yellow. And does this just fit perfectly right in there? Sorta does. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll delete that, duplicate this one more time, and now, let's just duplicate it again. Delete those, and this should give us the pieces that go on the inside here. And then we need to use these grid pieces here to make these walls. So let's see, a 1 meter piece. Raise it up. And where's the 4 meter section? Raise it down. Select both of those. All right. That's looking kind of okay. We'll put some plants or maybe some trees or something in each of these, and also some bushes and some other stuff in here. I'm not very creative with these shapes that are in the game, but I imagine with some trial and error could probably make a few little designs that are suitable for a part called Whacky World. I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time, and let's see where we can take this next. Have a good afternoon.